Oh, George. I don't know if this is on. If this is working, is there anybody? Right, okay. I'm gonna have to redo this, I think. Right, there's my screen is going, there's something on my screen that shouldn't be there, so I can't actually see it, so I'm gonna have to abort this mission, I think. No, it's still there. If there's anybody there, I'm sorry, I did have to resume this video. I'm now just trying to see how I can get my cards to stay up because it won't let me. Is anybody there? Oh, right, where can I do this? I think I might have to everybody. Right, okay, sorry, I did have a little bit of a problem before. I went to go live and it was, my screen went all funny. I can't actually see myself because it's outside and it's a beautiful day. And oh, and there's my friends just come back. This is Mercury retrograde in full swing, I think, today. So if everybody can see me, I just want to do a little daily. I haven't done dailies for a while and I felt the need to do them this morning. So is the screen okay? Is everything? Oh, I'm trying to find something so I can keep this standing up. Right, okay. Am I still there or not? God, this is not a very good idea. Apologies for this. I may have to trash this and then go on to another one. I've got the cards pulled. I've got everything ready here, but I just need to get this screen somewhere where I can see you all, or where you can all see me, and it's proven very, very hard. Right, okay, it's all good. Right, I will find somewhere. Oh man, it's yeah, it's just such a beautiful day. I wanted to work outside because the energies have been very strange over the weekend. I don't know if anybody has been feeling that as well. So being in nature is literally the best thing that I can do at the moment. I just really help, I think. So right, Great in London would love some of that. So it's beautiful from opening the door in the morning. It's just better. Right. Oh no, now it's gone. Right, it'll only let me put it on landscape. This is the problem. So that's why I'm going sideways. And then now, oh God, I'm so sorry about this. Right. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to have to try and take you somewhere else. So we're going to go on a little journey. Yeah, very uncomfortable, restless this weekend. Yeah, I pretty much spent most of yesterday in bed because it was just, the energies were absolutely crazy. Yeah, that'll be the energies, Sally. Just try and write it out. I mean, the readings today are a little bit like this, but I'm going to see where I can possibly read for you. See, I don't want to go too far in case the internet goes off, so I just need to. Right, I could do it. I could read for you standing up. Does that work for you? Because there's a little space here. It's really uncomfortable. But is this it? Right, does that work for you all? Right, okay, I'm gonna have to bend over when I'm reading here because right, okay, so this is it. So we're kind of somewhere, I think. Hold on, I might be able to, if I use this one, I might be able to sit down. Yay! Yeah. I'm right next to a stinging nettle as well, though. So, right, huge apologies for that. But at least now I'm somewhere you can see the beautiful. If you're not in the grey, if you are in the grey and you want to see some of the green, then there you go. This is why I felt I wanted to do this. So good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's been very challenging. This Mercury retrograde, I feel, has been the worst one I've experienced. It's been insane, absolutely insane. I've struggled with it massively, you know, and I'm always very honest when I do that, you know, because at the end of the day, I think when, you know, a lot of people look to us readers or whatever and think that we have it all sorted, you know, and, you know, yes, we do see the way through things, or our cards can help us. But it's still hard when you're in it, you know. So like I say, it's nearly over. It's on the 15th of April, so we've got another 6 days, but it has started to settle, I think. I don't know if anybody agrees with me with that. Sorry, I've got a hair in my mouth there. Yeah, been meditating, went into nature. This is it, salt baths, meditating, grounding yourself and knowing that this too shall pass, okay? That's what you've got to say. It's not going to last forever, okay? But there are lessons coming up within this Mercury retrograde that we need to learn as well. So maybe look at where you are feeling uncomfortable, why you are feeling uncomfortable, what it is triggering from your past as well, you know, because this is it. It's all stuff that we need to heal. And quite interesting with today's cards as well. Just before I start the reading, it's only going to be a little short one today, but just before I start the reading, I want to say the reason, not the reason I'm doing this live, but I thought I was going back to the UK a while ago, and I actually booked time off for work so that the bookings couldn't be taken. Now, for some reason, I booked this week off, and I'm not in the UK, although I did book a flight to the UK the other day, so that's a different story. But yeah, so if anybody does want a reading, the prices were going to go up yesterday. Because of these crazy energies, I'm not making any changes until the 15th, okay? So if you do want a reading, there is availability this week. The link is below. You just click on that and it will take you to my reading. And I'm also the spring equinox offer is still on until the 15th, okay, where you get a discounted price for an hour-long reading. Like I say, that the prices are going to go up and that discount won't be on. So, you know, it's a great time to book a reading this week, because I thought I don't know, I had it all booked off, so there's a full open week, okay? So, right, happy last week of retrograde. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful here, honestly. It's I love it. This is my garden. I sat last night and I sat under the stars. I lit a candle, and you can hear the sea from where I am as well, and it was just heaven, you know. Like I say, I pretty much stayed in bed all day yesterday because the energies were just absolutely crazy. So it was very mellow and it was very nice. And we have owls as well, so I hear owls a lot, and then peacocks on a morning. So it is beautiful. So right, okay, I'm going to start with the cards that I pulled today. And to be honest, initially I didn't like the cards as much when I pulled them. I'm like, God, it's my first day daily in a while, you know, and I was really wanting to get into it. But the cards are a little bit, the cards are a little bit not what I would like, but I think they're very interesting. I'm using the Stretch Tarot, and the card that I pulled, I don't know if you can see that, and it's the Seven of Swords. Now, none of us like to see the Seven of Swords, because the Seven of Swords usually means trickery, deceit, blah blah blah, okay? What I got when I looked at this though is it's almost like this could be where you're deceiving yourself, okay? What I loved in this card, sorry, for some reason my screen keeps going off and I don't know why. What I loved in this card is, if you see, there's the sort of see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil there, right? And what I got is, I feel this is a little bit of our imaginations running away with us, okay? So like I say, the Seven of Swords is usually about the thief. They call it the thief card. It's somebody taking something from us. But I feel in this situation, this could actually be us that's deceiving ourselves and, you know, taking away the logic or what is really happening. So what this is saying is, don't believe anything that you're seeing at the moment, okay? Don't listen to anything that you are being told, and be also very careful not to speak as well, you know, until you have full evidence that something is the way you see it. Because it's almost like with this, it's I feel it's connected to emotions completely, okay, I really do. But I also feel there could be a few like Chinese whispers with this. So it's kind of like, you know how a story can change by the time it's told to 3 people. So it's almost like the stories that are in your head, are they real? Are they based on factual evidence, or are they based on how you are perceiving a situation, okay? Because if you're emotionally invested in a situation and this situation is causing you some sort of turmoil, or you're not sure on what is going on with it, then it's very easy for us to make stuff up in our head and allow that little thief of the ego to run away with our sort of mind of the soul, if that makes sense to you. So what this is saying is stop it, okay? This is what it's saying. Just stop it, okay? Calm down. Try not to analyze, try not to overanalyze, try not to look for a get out, and try not to speak as well, okay? Be very careful with your words, I feel, because Mercury retrograde is all about miscommunication as well, okay? So it's almost like I don't know, I'm getting the film there. They're showing me the film there, and I don't know why this is relevant. Has anybody seen the film Atonement? It's a beautiful film with what's the girl? She's so pretty in it. God, I forgot her name. What called? She was in Love Actually as well. Keira Knightley, yeah. And the film Atonement is basically, it's a very, very good film, and it's how somebody's version of the truth had a massive knock-on effect to the lives of others as well. And I really feel this is what it's saying. So today, especially today, you know, just live in your truth, but don't speak it, okay? Try and break it all down and see what you're thinking. Is this real, okay? Or am I projecting? Am I putting little bits into the mix that aren't there? Or am I not seeing the bigger picture of this? Because the card that I'm getting, I mean, this is talking about cunning as well, you know? So there could be people around who are manipulative in a way, you know. I don't think any of you are, and I don't think any of you are trying to make a situation fit you, but we can often do this unconsciously, okay? So this is why it's saying take a step back and take a step back from your thoughts and try just to have a little bit of a, I don't know, a day of silence. I think that's what's needed, you know. Don't gossip, use your word in the power of love and truth always, okay? I've said this before about the way we speak, and it's almost like think beforehand. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? And if it's not, then, you know, don't speak it. This is also in the way that we speak to ourselves as well. You know, I had a lot of revelations yesterday as I was like holed up in bed. It's almost like I tried to go to bed to shut off, and spirit think, right, we've got it, okay, we're going to bring a lot in, and yeah, it's almost like, you know, people will treat you how you treat yourself, okay? So if you are not treating yourself with love and kindness, okay, and respect, then you can't expect anybody else to. This is the vibe that we're giving off. And I've realized over these last couple of weeks how I still talk very nasty to myself. I speak to myself in a way that I would never dream of speaking to another human being, and that has been highlighted over this Mercury retrograde, okay? So like I say, please look at that as well. How are you speaking to yourself? Because you can't complain if somebody is treating you badly when basically they're learning how to treat you from yourself, okay? Hope that makes sense. So I pulled an Osho card as well, and again, one of my unfavorite cards that I have, and this is called Control. And this is the King of Clouds. So again, this is all about our head, okay, and the thoughts that are going. And if we have a look at that person is like, you know, they're angry, their fists are tight, they're all of this, okay? And I'm not saying to you to be like that, but what I feel within this, what it's saying is try and control your emotions, okay, which is usually a completely different message that comes through with this card, but this is what I'm getting today, okay? This is about you trying to contain your emotions. When we are emotional, when we are feeling something, and when we are feeling this deeply, you know, we can go all over and our emotions can get lost, you know. They can just all spew out, you know, and you know, maybe we regret it or what, but we don't think about it logically, because like I say, I always say work from the heart. But when we are in some ways scared, because I feel here there's somewhere where you are feeling threatened, or a situation where you are not feeling in control, and this is where all of your emotions are coming up, and do you know what I mean? And they're getting into a mess, you know. Now, emotions are great, they're always there, you know. I always say get with your feels, but at this moment I don't think your feels are what are they not? They're not in order, okay? It's like I say, there's a little bit too much emotion, which happens during this, you know, when these planets are like this. We're scattered all over, so it's about bringing them back into center, but taking no action, okay? This is what I really feel is coming through with this. Don't act, okay? Just sit, just observe, you know, observe a situation. If somebody's doing something you don't like, don't go in with it, you know. It's going to be futile, okay, and it could actually make your situation worse. So this is a time to just, you know, hold back, time out, keep that shut, you know. It's almost like, can you remember when you were in, the teacher used to say, right, hands on heads and fingers on lips, you know, and you just had to be quiet. So this is what I'm feeling, okay, is coming in with this. And yes, you know, when we are petrified of being hurt, when we are scared of being hurt, you know, this is when our emotions can get all out of the way, you know. They can go all crazy, you know, and it's almost like, I've seen this happen before and this is how it's going to happen. So we start projecting, we start going to the future, we start looking back at the past, and then we start blaming people for what other people have done to us, you know. And this is all because we are going into a place of fear, okay? When we are coming from a place of love, we accept whatever is happening, because love is our soul. Our soul just looks and goes, all right, that's interesting. Our ego goes, you're going to get hurt, you're going to get hurt, do something, blah, blah, blah. And we end up going on like a crazy person. And this is why, you know, all of these people have, you know, there's when these people have these crimes of passion and stuff like that, it's because, you know, they're not in control of their emotions, okay? So this is just saying, please try and control them. If they're uncomfortable, sit with that uncomfortableness. Try and look at why you are feeling uncomfortable. What is the real root of it? What is the core? Okay, what is the core root of it? Because I can guarantee it won't be what's going on around, you know. That might be reminding you of something that has happened before, but you know, we're never annoyed for the reason that we think we are. There's always something much, much deeper, okay? And like I say, Mercury retrograde has slapped me in the face every single day. And listen, and it's like, right, okay, you know, please stop it. But it's only going to stop it when I stop carrying on these old patterns, okay? So I hope that makes sense to you there. So it's try and control your emotions. The Colette Baron Reid card that I've picked here as well is called Clean It Up. And I love this, okay? I love this card because what it's saying is it's clean your shit up. You know, this is it. If there's any debris around you, any emotional debris, anything in your situations, anything in your environment that is causing you to get like this, you know, I mean, we all have a choice, but sometimes, you know, we get, you know, we can't help it. We get led down this path of crazy emotions. But look at the situation, or look at the people that are causing the situation. If they are causing you to get a state like this, are they really people that you want in your life? Okay, so we need to look at this and we need to kind of say, right, you know, I am in control of my thoughts and whatever, but am I getting triggers for no reason, you know? If it is, this is when you need to sweep that away. This is telling me there seems to be quite a lot of negative or stagnant energy around, okay? And it needs a good spring clean. It's like, get that broom and sweep, sweep, sweep. You know, my auntie used to do that when I was a kid, you know, sweeping negative energies out. And this is it. It's cleaning up your stuff. Now, quite funny, I mean, anybody that was here at the beginning, you will have seen where I was, and if we have a look on there, it actually, you know, that deer is standing on something similar, you know. So yeah, this is like, it's almost like, because of this negative energy, it's almost like you're in this negative bubble they're showing me there, and everything is going round. There's stagnant energy, there's not good energies, there's bad thoughts from other people, it just feels like a bit icky, right? I never use the word icky, so please forgive me, because I usually hate it, but it feels a little bit icky to me. And it's almost like, because you've got all of this, like, this emotional negative dust ball around you, it's like your higher self kind of get through, okay? So it's like I say, I'm getting there. I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. Don't know if that makes sense to anybody. So if this is connected to a male with some of you, you know, then this is it. There is something I think needs to go, or something you need to get rid of, something you need to throw in the trash, okay, in order for you to actually start to feel brighter and start to feel cleaner as well, okay? When I'm saying cleaner, I don't know why I'm saying, oh, there's a little gecko has just ran past me there. Yeah, so it's almost like I want it, you know, when you go in the shower, when you've been cleaning, or you've been sort of working, you're all like sticky and horrible, and you feel manky, really, you know, and then you go in the shower and you wash it all away and you come out and you feel fresher. This is what this is telling you to do. It's almost like we need an emotional shower, okay? Like I say, we've still got, you know, another 6 days of Mercury energy and Mercury retrograde, and even though it's getting calmer, it's kind of like, you know, we need to lift this energy that is there, okay? So I hope that makes sense to you. It's almost, I don't work with angels, but it's almost like there's an angelic presence coming in for some reason, but it's right, okay, sorry, they're going off on a tangent here. I feel there's somebody around some of you. I mean, bearing in mind these are general readings, okay? But it's almost they're talking to me about a fallen angel. And a fallen angel is somebody who is, I don't feel that they're bad, but they have gone down a different path, or they've gone down a route that, and I think they're using this as a metaphor. I'm not talking about a proper angel coming down, but it's almost like somebody who has a good heart and had good intentions has been swayed down the wrong path, where it has taken them where they are not serving, or they are not being themselves, or they are being the worst version of themselves as they can be. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, okay? But it's almost like there is somebody around who they have made bad decisions and bad choices, but they're not bad, if that makes sense, okay? So really try and, yeah, when I'm talking about this, look at the other person. The Yogi Bhajan said, always remember the other person is you, okay? So if somebody is causing this emotional thing with you at the moment, maybe look at their side of the street, okay? You concentrate on cleaning yours up, but look at them and see, you know, everybody, there is a reason why everybody does what they do, okay? And often if it's where they're not coming from a love base, or where they're not anything like that, it is because they are living in fear in some way, okay? So like I say, this is all about, really, I feel this is, don't judge, okay? Don't judge another, even if they are causing you pain, because it's almost like hurt people, okay? Right, hurt people, right? Wow. Okay, thank you for that bit of guidance there. So I really hope that makes sense. I don't think this is as bad as what I thought it was. That makes sense to you. I like that. Oh, thank you, Justin. Right, I'm going to pull a spirit card and see what spirit have to say. I've found that very interesting, that reading. Is anybody else? I mean, like I say, sorry, it's you know, sorry for the start. It went funny, and then I'm out here, and it's you know, it's different. So I'm pulling the spirit card and seeing what we have. Right, okay, this is a beautiful card here. I don't know if you can see that. It's called Ancient Knowledge, and it says, there is a flame inside your heart, a light that stems from the dawn of time. Ancient love and ancient knowledge are being rekindled. Close your eyes, connect with and feel the love and wisdom you hold. Let it flow out from your heart, and this will transform your life. Now, I do feel some of you will be hearing from an ex as well, okay? I feel there's so many people with scattered energy here. We're all looking for something to cling to, okay? This could be going to the past, this could be a hope for the future, you know, because everything's so scattered. We're all looking for like that little, I mean, I'm sitting in front of me and there's a wall here, and it's almost like, you know, when people go rock climbing and they look for that place where they can put something so that they're going to be secure. This is what we're looking for. So, like I say, you might hear from exes, you might get in touch with exes or something like that. This is all very well and good, but make sure whatever you're doing is for the right reason, okay? Just because you're feeling down or a little bit shaky, then you cannot use somebody else's emotions to make you feel better, because that will have a ding in the tail, okay? So a lot going on with that reading today, and I hope it makes sense to some of you. So that's all I've got with it. Has anybody got any questions or anything? I'm going back to music to help me rise above others. Self-healing. Yeah, music, creativity, art, whatever is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You know, that this helps us to, it helps us to free our inner soul. You know, it helps our soul to get distracted as well. You know, whenever we're doing anything creative, we're meant to play, okay? The Spirit loves us to play, and, you know, playing is music and dancing and whatever, you know. So has anybody got any questions there? I haven't even had a cup of tea this morning. I just got up and I was told, right, you're doing this straight away. So I do what I was told. Starting a new post with my job today. I was very uncertain about how things going. You helped a lot. Okay, good luck, Lollipops, as well. Lollipops Tarot Shop. I like that name. Good luck with it. Been playing meditation music, staying away from the TV. Yeah, okay, I've never watched TV for probably about 6 years now, and I can't, and a lot of times I don't really even know what's going on in the world, you know, when it's bad news, because you know, the news, you never hear the good news, you never turn the news on, and you never see them go, oh yes, and you know, such and such is, you know, they've changed their life and this is lovely, because people don't want to hear it, you know, people don't want to hear that. They want to hear the doom gloom, you know, because they live in fear, and this is what a lot of the news does, and that's a thing for another day, because I will get on a rant, and I've just been told off there I need to keep that shut, Tanya. Yeah, so it's, yeah, I need to yeah, because sometimes I can be quite vocal about things that I feel very strongly about, and it's not always you know, it's not always the best thing for me to do as well, you know. Yeah, binaural beats, salt baths, okay, salt baths, Epsom salts, Himalayan sea salt, going in nature, putting your bare foot in nature, not your bare foot, your bare feet, not just one, not just standing trying to balance, in nature, you know, drinking plenty of water, which is something I don't do, you know, that is a real big thing for me. I use Palo Santo a lot. I burn Palo Santo every day. I use Florida water as well. Yesterday I was just pouring it all over me, but I love the smell of it. The smell of it is really good. And trying to just relax, you know, this is the thing, and knowing that things will pass. A lot of times we get into this where we're like, I need to fix it, I need to stop it, I need to stop this uncomfortableness or something like that, you know. And that can, you know, that can be detrimental, because when we're getting feelings like this, there's a reason for them, okay? There's a reason why they're coming up, and a reason, you know, why they are wanting our attention, you know. And yes, Susie, we can all do this together, you know. How do you spell that incense, Tanya? It's P-A-L-O-S-A-N-T-O, I think, Palo Santo. And it's sacred tree, that's what it is, and it's such a beautiful smell, you know. But yeah, we are all in this together, you know, and like I say, you know, it's hard, and a lot of times media or whatever, or the darker forces there, they want to segregate us, okay? But this is about coming together and realising that we are all just walking each other home, you know. We are all going through our issues. We cannot judge anybody. Like I said before, they're hurt people, you know. This may not be intentional, and if we don't take it personally, then we can get through it and maybe help that other person as well, because this is what we're here to do, okay? my mum always said to me, it was my mum's memory yesterday, and it took me back a lot. I was like, God, it's that time, that was the last time I heard her voice and stuff like that, you know. And it still gets raw, you know, even though I know she's there. It's you know, on a 3D level, you know, I miss her. And yeah, she always used to say to me, you know, if you can help somebody, Tanya, help them, you know. So that's it, and try not to expect anything if you've helped stuff. I've had stuff this week, and I've observed stuff which has been quite funny, where somebody has felt threatened and they've fired back and fired back. Well, I done this, I done that, I done that for you, brother. It's like, whoa, you know, when you go unconditionally, then you know you will never do that. So I'm going to go because I'm waffling now, but I just wanted to drop in. I'm going to try and do lives this week, okay, for the dailies. I am going to try and do that, but yeah, stop judging. Yeah, when you know it's very hard, but we've got to look all the time, you know, are we in judgment? When we're in judgment, we will be unhappy and uncomfortable, okay? So if anybody does want a reading this week, then please book the link there. I'm keeping the prices the same. I'm making no changes until Mercury retrograde is over, which will be the 15th. So if anybody wants a reading, I do have availability this week, okay? It's like I say, another mistake, but a mistake could work in somebody else's favor, okay? So the link is there. I would love to connect with you as well, and have an absolutely lovely day. And I'm sending a lot of love to you all, okay? I really am. Whenever I do readings, I'm always sending healing at the same time with them, you know. And thank you so much, because yeah, Sarah, I am too. I'm feeling it too, you know, but that's because I'm feeling the love here. And when we come into this space, it's kind of like we don't have judgment, do we? You know, it's really nice. And you know, I'm very blessed and honored that all of you watch these videos, but it's almost like we have a really good crowd here. I watch some other ones, and you know, the videos are great, the readers are great, but there's quite toxic things are said. And you know, we seem to have this little tight-knit community where there's respect and love and kindness, and that, you know, it really, I haven't got time at the moment to answer messages when people put them on the comments, but I see other people messaging and answering, and that really makes my heart swell, you know, knowing that, you know, we've all come together through you know, through this channel, but everybody's there to help people. So thank you massively for that. And right, I'm going to go because I am getting emotional. I've cried too many tears this week. So I'm sending loads and loads of love. I hope those messages made sense to you, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow, but I'll be a little bit more professional, and I'll try and have everything set up so that you can see it, but at least you got a little bit of blue sky there, okay? Satnam.